Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just gonna make a little video here, my thoughts video on Ultra Street Fighter 4. So basically, they had the little trailer, which I'm sure you can just do by typing that into Google or whatever, or YouTube, and watch it. But they showed that just before Street Fighter 4 Finals, which I did watch. Evo was awesome this year. I didn't watch a lot of the other games that I usually do, but Street Fighter 4 at least was really good this year. I enjoyed it. I wasn't really surprised with the top 8. The order was a little off, more than I thought it was going to be, but I actually thought Qian would win it this year. I was kind of hoping he would win last year. He got eliminated kind of early. But the trailer, I guess we'll start off with the name of the game. They are calling it Ultra Street Fighter 4. Now, I don't really have a problem with whatever they name it. It doesn't really matter to me. Why they're calling it Ultra, I'm not really sure exactly. But either way, it's better for me because now I can refer to it as Ultra or Ultra 4 or Ultra Street Fighter 4 or something like that. So, whatever, it's just a name. It's not a big deal. The rest of the video pretty much is a combination of showing some really quick combos of characters that have been tweaked a little bit. One of the ones I noticed was Dalsum's stretch kick. I think that's heavy kick. Will actually break focus. Well, not a focus. It won't break the focus, but it's 2 hits. So it's going to be harder to FADC or crumple, I should say. That, and then they showed Yang's medium kick cross-up working mid-screen. That was one of the things that I was kind of hoping they would do because I was trying to learn Yang really late in the series. And just before the update, I had learned him. I got up to like 2,000 battle points. And then they updated him and took that away. And I didn't realize how much I didn't really rely on the move, but it was there for me to use as a mix-up, and they took that away, and it made it really difficult for me to use that character. So good for me, generally good for Yang players. I don't know what the damage output is for the moves. I'm hoping they buffed it a little bit just to make it so he's a better character. There was a couple other quick things too that I didn't really notice, like Evil Ryu's combo. I watched it a couple of times and I wasn't really sure what was different about that. I thought maybe medium kick, hurricane kick, but it's not. It's just light kick, so I'm not really sure with all the details, but we kind of knew that they were tweaking their characters, which is always a good thing. I can't say it's always a good thing, but I think this time it's going to be a good thing. The rest of it, really briefly, well, it showed you the 4 characters out of the 5 that they, discussed that was going to be new. Basically, it's one of those. It's good and bad. It's never really bad. It's more like it's good and disappointing at the same time. Disappointing because it's 4 characters that they put in Cross Tekken, but they actually wanted those characters originally. People wanted them in Street Fighter 4. So I think they used those characters in Cross Tekken hoping that people would make the jump over and want to play that game more, and it just didn't happen the way that they thought. So the fact that they're taking those characters out, they're not taking them out, but they're using those characters in Street Fighter 4 is a good thing. I'm always down for extra, even if it's not that exciting. They're hyping out the 5th mysterious character. It's not supposed to be a Street Fighter character. It's supposed to be new to the Street Fighter universe, or at least new to a Street Fighter game. It doesn't leave out the opportunity of being a Capcom verse game. So some people think it's Hagar. It could be any Street Fighter character in Marvel vs. Capcom because it's not a Street Fighter game. Technically, it's not. It's Capcom characters and Capcom licensed characters versus Marvel licensed characters. So it could be one of the, it could be any of those characters as long as they weren't in like an Alpha series or Street Fighter series. So theoretically, they can be a Capcom character. Well, they're going to have to be a Capcom character. I don't know. I'm not even making any sense right now. But that was their whole point, is to get people talking about it and hyped about it. Because let's be honest with you, who's really hyped about those 4 characters? Because we already have those characters: Alita, Rolento, Hugo, and Poison. Now, I think Poison's should be more of a hype character because she's the one that hasn't really been in any games except for Cross Tekken. So if let's say you like Street Fighter Cross Tekken and you use those characters, you may want to try them out in Street Fighter 4. But other than that, unless you were really looking forward to those characters originally, for the rest of us, it's not really that exciting. It's cool, you know, like I'll try the characters out, but I'm not gonna like spend a lot of time with them. I already know how they play. So it's not the same hype as if saying, you know, you're gonna put in Alex, Q, and then like alpha characters that people wanted, like Karen and a half a dozen other characters that just aren't in anything new recently. Those would have got way more hype. But, you know, they did what they did probably because of money reasons. It's easy to, you know, to pull out from that engine and put it into the Street Fighter 4. So, whatever, that's like mixed feelings. It's not a bad thing. It's just disappointed that they didn't pick out 5 characters that we've been wanting to see lately in the new Street Fighter 4 universe. So the 5th character, some people think it's Hagar. It could be, it may not be. Nobody really knows. It could be anybody, really. It's just one character, though, so whoever they pick is not, unless you there's one character you have in mind that you just wish was in a video game. If it's not that character, then it's probably not going to mean too much to you. But nonetheless, hey, more is better. It'll give me another character to learn. So characters aside, the next thing is stages, which people wanted, but unfortunately, nobody asked for Cross Tekken stages to be in Street Fighter 4. So I don't know where they're coming with that, but it's the same reason with the characters. It's nothing to get excited about. It's something we've already seen, but if you're still dying to get back on the Street Fighter 4, it's a positive because it's still something different. Like, I hate all the stages right now in Street Fighter 4. I'm so tired of seeing them that all I do is play training stage, usually if I have an option. Or I'll just, you know, random pick, or I'll pick training stage because they're just all boring anyway. Just tired of seeing the same stages. It would have been nice if they would have used some old Street Fighter 2 or Alpha stages and kicked them over, or gave everybody their own stage so they have more ownership over it, as opposed to playing what looks like to be Blanca stage, but you're playing Balrog instead on an arcade mode. But whatever. So the really only thing for me to be hype about is what did they mean by new modes. I'm hoping that it's a combination of offline and online. I'm hoping that they bring something to the online that makes people want to play online right now, because right now all we have is ranked match and player match, or endless match, as you know. A lot of people play endless. For some people, it doesn't do anything for them. They don't like waiting for their matches. They don't have a lot of friends online, and they want to rank up. They want points, so they stick to the rank system. And we all know I can go on for about 10 minutes on the rank system and how bad that is right now. But the worst thing about the rank system is you're still working with the same points and stats that you had before all the updates. So I think with Ultra, I'm hoping that they start fresh again. And they need to do something about the ranked match system once for people who go above B rank, because it's not fair to get B rank and play somebody else who has a new name or has 0 battle points and just trolling the hell out of you. If they beat you, you lose a ton of points, and it takes you 2 hours to get your points back. It's ideally not that fair. Of course, you can argue, okay, so if you're A ranked, you shouldn't lose to somebody who just started the game. Well, at this point, it's not really somebody starting the game. It's just somebody with low battle points. But you don't have a choice. When you hit ready up, you really have no idea who you're playing, well, character doesn't matter, but what their player points are and battle points are. Generally, you don't really know. And a lot of times, you'll be on the losing end of that stick if you have a lot of points. It's just a messed up system, but everybody pretty much knows that. Honestly, I think they bring back championship mode. I think, for me personally, I love the fact that once I got to a certain point, I couldn't be challenged by people who just literally started a brand new name or just rented the game that could potentially, you know, be kind of a nightmare for you, you know. It pretty much matches you up a little bit better because you kind of earned your way up. And another thing too is you got like a bonus for winning like that championship match, like that 4th and final match. You got like extra bonus points for winning that. And that's awesome because it gives you more of a feeling of like you're playing a tournament. So they add that in, that'd be great. I don't know if they're gonna, because all they said is new modes. That's all they described. But do something with the online to make people play that game again, I'll be happy. It's hot in here, by the way. That's why I'm panting. For the offline, it's real simple. Challenge mode for everybody with the most updated, stats or whatever. They haven't done anything since Super first came out. We got an update and new characters, and they didn't add anything to it. And some people do enjoy the trials. Like, I enjoy doing the trials. I'll do them just for practice, but they're not really worth doing if those combos don't work anymore. So I'm hoping that they do add that in there. Fresh trials for everybody, more challenges. Like they had in Street Fighter 4, they had a ton of different challenges that you can do. Some of them were just like specific challenges that you had to do. Like you had to, defeat 8 characters, but you can't jump. It's just stuff like that. It's not a game breaker, but put that stuff in there and make the game a lot more fun for a more casual person. Endless trials or time trials and stuff like that, where you have like a certain amount of time, and then when you win, you gain time, stuff like that. It's all good stuff. I'm hoping they kind of return those modes from vanilla back in Street Fighter 4, and at least the challenge modes. And overall, I think that probably be fine, I guess. And what else is there to talk about? I think that's generally it. The characters, the balancing, and the off and online modes that they haven't described yet. So the only really negative thing about it is we're gonna get details between now and 2014. I find a problem with the release being that late, considering in a month or so, in a couple months, we're going to be having, well, not me probably, but a lot of people are getting new consoles. And with the way the new consoles work is you're not going to be able to play your old games on them. So for a lot of people, it's not going to be really worth it to keep your 360 around it. Who's going to want a 360, an Xbox One, 2 Kinect sensors, and maybe you have a Wii U, so you have a Kinect sensor for that. Well, not a Kinect sensor, you know what I mean. And then you have a PlayStation 3, and now you're going to have the PlayStation 3, console. You're just going to have a whole ton of crap, and you might not want to invest any more time and money into your old generation system. That's unfortunate. I wish they would fix that. That's a whole different video to talk about, but I think I'm excited personally for the Street Fighter 4 update. I'm hoping it's not too late, and I'm hoping that they deliver on it. So I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Does it make you want to get back into the game if you haven't been playing it? And where do you go from here, basically? If you find out what the updates are, and let's say you find out that now, a certain tweak to a certain character might make you want to play it. Are you going to try using that character now so you can build yourself up so when the Ultra comes out that you're ready to go? Or are you just going to say, you know what, I'm just not going to play Street Fighter 4 anymore. I'm just going to wait until Street Fighter 5 on the next generation consoles, which I'm sure a lot of people are thinking about. I'm kind of curious of what you guys think. For me, I'm probably just going to start off getting the Xbox version. I mean, I have Street Fighter 4 Arcade on PlayStation 3 and the PC, so I have all the options, but I'll probably start off with Xbox first when that comes out. Real quickly, you can get a $15 upgrade, which just gives you the new characters and the balances, or you can buy the disc, which supposedly gives you all the DLC costume characters since the game started. Supposedly, I don't know the details on it. You guys can look that stuff up, but I will probably want to get the disc version because I don't have all the costumes, so it'd probably be worth it for me to do that. And other than that, I guess we just got to wait, check out the site to see what's going on, and but anyway, if you guys are still interested in the game, you want to get back into it, just let me know, because I'm trying to get back into it again, and I need some people to play some Endless with, get some training sessions going, so let's get it happening. Anyway, that's it for my little video of 15 minutes almost, so get hype.